So I've really been going for this marsala kind of pantone color of the year or whatever, you know, this kind of a earth-toned plum, something like that, you know. I think everybody has colors like that. So yeah, it's really, really pretty. But I don't know if I want to go for that today as well, because, you know, it's kind of the colors that I usually go for, actually. So, I don't know. Anyway, I will start with this as a base, and it's a Smashbox color, and it is topaz. And this is really big, but never mind. A big painting brush. Yeah, face painting brush, but never mind. Just like that, kind of dab it on. I think I would just take this number 4 from Guerlain. It's like a rosy kind of colors with taupe, and this is kind of like a plum, brownish plum, something like that. Just keeping it simple. So I'm starting with the light color in the inner corner. So for the crease, I'm grabbing this like a taupe in the crease, and I might put some of the rose in it, like the pinkish color, but I will see. And just a fluffy brush. Maybe I will just keep it like this with a taupe. Now flat brush, and I think the rose color, pinky rose, kind of a muted pink kind of a thing, and I will just pack it on here. See, it's very, very like subtle. There's nothing strong about these in this palette. It's really like a variable and useful palette, I think, but with a kind of something, you know, not just neutral without anything. But I do pack it on, you know, and also of course I have the cream eyeshadow under, otherwise really they don't show much. If you like me, you like the color to show a bit. Taking a little bit more of the taupe color and putting it a little bit stronger here. Just blending it in like that. Taupe is really useful, eh? I mean, I'm not crazy about taupe because it's kind of a really neutral color, but it's really useful for, you know, a lot of things if you want to have a easy look. I'm grabbing a little bit more the light one as well, just to, you know, blend it in here a bit better. With this one. With the red one, turning to the red side and blending it with the red that's left over there. So again, this MAC powder just for the brow bone, you know, just sweeping it over completely all the way like that, just for a nice cleanup also, and add a little bit of a color, but nothing shiny, of course, over there. I really don't want it puffier over there. Now it's time for the darker color. This one, the plummy kind of brown, and a small brush. Let's see if it's dark enough. I don't remember exactly how dark it is. Yeah, let's say it's dark enough for today. Maybe I would change my mind still, but you know, if I do, I would just add a little bit of a dark brown or a black in it. And as I said, you do have to pack these on, kind of. They're not strong like that. They just give a little bit for a really soft look. A little bit more of the red one or pink one to blend with, and then again the darker one. You know, you kind of have to do it over and over a bit and build it up. And a little bit up here too, in the crease, because I feel otherwise it's gonna look too puffy. And then of course I have to blend this. I'm kind of staying in one place, so don't want it in here. More out a bit, like that. But going around in circles. And also down here on the brown over there. So a lot of fallout. It looks like really bad. Yeah. Soon enough I will clean up. And of course I don't have any foundation or anything like that on. Just sunscreen and you know, those kind of things. So I'm taking this Shiseido in brown. It's a cream eyeshadow really, but I'm using it more like an eyeliner kind of thing. Small brush. So a really dark brown. Just really close to the lashes again. Now I clean up this brush straightly after, because I want to use another color the same way, just a little bit more inside. And that would be, so the brown one was brown 623, like that. And now I will use this this kind of cranberry, or whatever you want to call it, color. It's Rose 318. So this one the same way, and the same brush, just clean up. And I will use this one, you know, on the same way, and here. So I kind of have to take the darker one a little bit to darken this corner. And of course now it gets more stuck also because of the cream eyeshadow here, the rosy one, so it will get a bit darker. So it turns out I want to make it darker, so that's what I did. Yeah, well, that's what I did again. Never mind, I like it that way. So that's just a little side note. I curled the lashes here, and then I applied just on this side this Givenchy couture, what they call it, which is really like, it looks really funny, and there's too much on it. Of course what you're supposed to do is like take a tissue and, you know, you don't want to take off too much color, do you? But it's a really nice one. Like it gives a lot of volume and length, like that. And then you can use it this way really easily here, if you clean it up a bit before, so you don't have full of product on it. So I cleaned under the eyes, and there was a lot of fallout. Not so dark colors, but when you clean it, it looks like you have a really smoky eye going. So this Shiseido sunscreen for the eyes, around the eyes, since I did clean up here, like really all of it that was there, so I have to kind of do it all over. So I won't use any primer today. I will just use these two. This one is Shiseido, the long-lasting one, Perfect Defining Foundation, SPF 15, and this one is I00. I think it's the lightest one. I'm not sure. And I put it together now with this one from Bourjois, Healthy Mix Serum. This one is in 53, but I also use the 52, and I also use a darker one from this one, which is also a bit more yellow. But today I'm using these two. So, you know, this is the Shiseido one. It's a pretty good color actually by itself. But I like the way this one feels in the winter. It's really nice. Actually, that one is darker, because this one is more pink, probably. It used to be. So those two together. And it's really, really nice on the skin. Yeah. So I thought I would still add this Smashbox Always Sharp 3D liner. It's like, yeah, in gemstone. And you screw those open like that. This one is not the kohl, so this one you can't put inside the eye, but it's, you know, they have also the kohl liners, but the same kind that really stays on. And they also creamy, and they also stay on, so that's kind of nice. But this one goes just here. So I'm using this Fair Halo Powder from Smashbox, and just with a brush like that, really pressing it in here, that it will stay, you know. Also it gives gives extra coverage, so it's really nice. And of course to set the foundation, here I'm getting easily, you know, the redness comes through easily. And then of course nose area, and here I want to add, you know, something more. Putting a little bit of this magic Lumi from, is it L'Oreal? Yeah. Just in here. I feel a bit dark under my eyes today, don't know. A little bit too dark. So I'm using the same powder just with a fluffy brush like that, smaller one. Just whatever it's there, you know. And I think for the brows I will just keep it really simple and go over with this Maybelline Brow Drama. This is medium brown. I decided to use a little bit of a bronzer just to warm things up a bit. So I'm using the Sisley one in Sun Glow. And it looks like this. It's a duo. So this one is almost like a peachy skin tone for me. Like a little bit more to the peach side of it. And then a really like neutral bronzer with some kind of gold sheen to it. So really easy to use. And yeah. Where do I have a brush like that? I like using, especially for bronzers, I like using these kind of brushes. This one is dirty, of course. With the light bristles, because then I can really see how much I put on, you know. If I have a dark one, then it's like, oh, I can take this one. So I will take this one. It has a different kind of shape. So I will use that one and dip it in both of them. I'm kind of, yeah, with these colors I take like first the dark one, a little bit more, you know, blend them together, that it won't be too much then. And then I kind of dab it on really lightly. And for this, of course, I need to have powder under, otherwise it just gets blotchy and funny. I don't understand how people do that. I mean, I see it over and over again. It doesn't look good on me, at least. Put the powder kind of bronzer or blush if you don't set your foundation. I mean, for me it doesn't work. Yay for everybody that it does work, and then you have to put less powder on. But for me the color just doesn't get, you know, even. Just to stay with those kind of colors, I'm taking a bit more of a pink one though. This Pink Pop from Elizabeth Arden. And I'm using the same brush. I mean, I use it for the bronzer, but I'm anyway blending it in with this, so just high up here. And that makes it much, you know, more wearable for me to have a bronzer on in the first place, since I don't get color. And if I do get color there's always pink or red in it, you know. If by mistake I will get color. Of course, I'm not in the sun on purpose anymore. I used to be when I was younger. Big mistake, huh? Yeah. Not a good idea at all. So a little bit of a highlight. So this one is from Dior and it's 421 Starlight. It's very subtle. It's kind of a beigey pink one, but very subtle. So I'm just taking some of this. You can hardly see anything on the brush. Just dabbing it on again. But you still see that there's something there, so yeah. Why not go for a marsala thing for the lips? Well, whatever. I'm taking the Shiseido lip pencil in red 708. It's pretty much a, you know, red like that, I think. From what I understand. It also seems to me that you can kind of interpret the color, the marsala color, in a little bit different ways. More plum or more earthy kind of thing. And that's what it seems. In the end, I just decided to put this Revlon Sugar Plum in 85. Like that. It's kind of a transparent color as well, but you know, it's really good for when you have really dry dry lips. On top of this, which I think is a real, like a true color for the marsala thing. This one and then that one on top. So if you want a pencil that will be just a nice marsala color, why not this one from Shiseido? It's red 708. Yeah, I think it's really kind of earthy, but kind of a bit plum in it as well, or mauve. I suppose that's pretty much it. Yeah, very simple, but you know, still some color.